You need to do exactly that.
Okay, here we go. This is your first toolkit. We've got 5 steps here, and they're specifically designed to take that moment of pure panic and turn it into a chance to impress. So instead of awkward silence, you're going to have these simple, natural phrases that just keep the conversation flowing and make you sound super confident.
All right, tool number 1. This one's a classic and for good reason. The second your mind goes blank, you just say, "That's an interesting question." Seriously, this phrase is your best friend. It buys you a few precious seconds to actually think. It's polite, it sounds totally natural, and it completely avoids that awful, score-killing silence.
And check this out. You can make it even better. By adding, "I've never really thought about it before," you're not just pausing anymore. You're turning that pause into what looks like deep, genuine reflection. So the examiner isn't seeing someone who's panicking, they're seeing a thoughtful person who's genuinely considering a new idea. It's a brilliant little trick, really.
Here's another great one that makes you sound really mature. Saying, "I haven't really considered that," that's not a weakness, it's actually a huge strength. It shows the examiner you're not just going to blurt out any old answer. You're a reflective speaker. You're showing that you get that the question has some depth to it.
And the real magic here is what comes next. You add something like, "But maybe it depends on the person." See what you did there? You just gently steered the conversation towards something you're more comfortable talking about. It's a super clever way to take back a little control without anyone even noticing.
Okay, let's be real. Some questions are just complex. There's no simple answer, and the examiners know that. So to show them you can handle that kind of complexity, your go-to phrase is, "It's hard to say but." As soon as you say that, you're signaling, "Hey, I get it. This isn't black and white." It tells them you're about to give a balanced, thoughtful answer, which is a huge sign of a flexible thinker.
And look at this example. It's perfect. They ask you about social media, which could be a total minefield, but this response, it just opens the door perfectly for a structured pros and cons answer. Now you can easily talk about one good thing and one bad thing, and boom, you're showing off a wider range of vocabulary and grammar. So smart.
Now, remember, you've got to keep things relaxed and conversational. And a fantastic way to do that is with this little gem, "I'm not sure, but I guess." Just adding that phrase makes you sound less like you're giving a rehearsed speech and more like you're just having a chat. It takes the pressure off and just sounds so much more natural.
I mean, just listen to how that rolls off the tongue. You're not pretending to be an expert, right? You're just offering a guess, a thought. And that means you can give your opinion without feeling like you have to defend it as the gospel truth. It just keeps everything moving along so smoothly.
All right, our last tool for this section is just beautiful in its simplicity. Starting your answer with, "Well, it might be," is just such a natural way to start speculating. And that little word, "well," at the beginning, it's gold. It makes everything you say after it sound more authentic and way less like you memorized it.
See? It's just a fantastic way to launch into a sentence. You sound confident, but you're also making it clear that you're just offering one possible reason, not some hard fact. It's simple, it works, and honestly, it just sounds good. A perfect end to our first set of tools.
Okay, so now you know exactly how to handle those tough questions when your mind goes blank.